Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Polyhedral Dynamics, the show where there's four of us. Definitely only four of us.
There have always been
Damn, I left
Yep.
my water cup over there.
All right, we're here.
So where were we last?
Yay.
Oh, do you want me to tell the story of last time?
Sure.
Last time.
On Dragon Balls.
Oh, the composer for that died just recently.
Oh. I also
Yeah.
think like D&D should have Dragon Ball Z elements. Like I think you should be able to like have a spell that takes you 10 rounds to cast and it just does ridiculous amounts of damage.
It should.
Why you gotta throw a downer at me like right before I'm about to talk too?
I mean, there are spells that take a minute to cast, so
There
it's
are, but
technically
I want some that require a minute to cast and also involve your character. Like the only components are like what's the
Concentration.
movement-based one?
Oh,
somatic is movement. Yeah, there
Yeah.
needs to be a somatic component and a verbal component, and the verbal component is
just
scream as loud as you possibly can for a full minute.
Yeah.
be right back. Gonna see what I can find.
And then you roll a hit, and you miss, and then that's it.
As you should.
Or you
Last
hit,
time on Feisty Heisters, our team of wonderful people who are not thieves at all went out and went to prison, but not in that way. And they found a person in the prison and talked to them. That was half of the show. The other half of the show was a delightful SVU or Law and Order segment, that one. So, yay!
There we go. Is that good?
yeah, that's great.
That was. Now I remember how last week was first me struggling to figure out how to say the things, and then the second half was John struggling to figure out how to say the things.
Yeah.
We should just title that episode Davis's Struggle with Words.
I mean, that's just like when you play D&D, you're like, I know exactly what I'm doing, and it's like you're in any social situation, go, and you're like, I played D&D to get away from these. What's happening?
Yeah. You're in any social situation. There's a
My
reason I
character
stay in my
Has
house.
a very high charisma. I don't.
Okay, well,
All right.
who do you want to start with? I think technically we were going to start with Tim.
I think
That's
so.
what you said last time.
Because he got drunk and climbed a building.
Which was
I think.
impressive for him to get that drunk.
So now I think he's just on that building.
I think you're right.
He probably just passes out up there. Roll him a balance check. He'll be fine.
He died.
Oh.
Okay. Unfortunate.
Well, I'm sorry. He fell off. He took 80 damage. He's probably still fine.
Yes, but does the ground hit him? You gotta make sure you count for his AC.
What?
His armor class.
Against the ground?
Yeah.
Also,
Well, I
found a
think
spell.
What if
I
the
think it's
ground
actually the other way
misses? Does
around,
he
John.
just
I
fall
think
straight through the planet?
he has to roll to hit the ground.
Well,
Oh.
he's got a side bonus on that.
Oh. Oh snap.
What? It's easier to hit things that are bigger than you.
Oh, see, I was taking it the other way of like he has a size bonus
No,
over the
it's like-
entire Earth.
No, I'm saying that he is able to hit the broad side of a planet.
The broad side of a planet. Okay, so
Not the skitty side of it.
last time you were supposed to be meeting up with or trying to look for the friends of Scarlet.
Yes.
And so
Are we
Yeah.
splitting the party again?
I mean, we're still split.
Yeah.
I know.
it's not again, more like still.
Yeah.
However, the only time you saw them was like at dinner.
My plan was to go back to Scarlet
And ask her for
and
her
ask
friends.
her. Yeah. Where's Rachel?
What?
It's a
Where's Sean Connor?
Batman.
Oh.
So I have to open up another random character generator.
Why don't you
People
just?
that weren't
How
supposed to
many
matter.
friends? How many friends did she have?
I don't know.
I-
Some.
13.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
friends.
13. And it was really interesting how each of them had a unique voice.
Hello. I am the first friend.
My name is Uno because I can't remember 37 friends.
No, it's Juno,
Oh.
and then Zakdos.
Yeah.
You know, Zakdos.
Unfortunately, I can't find the third one because he disappeared without a trace.
Oh. Oh.
This
There's a
time
good-
on Feisty Heisters, John fucking dies. In real life.
You're
You
welcome
could
for
just
that.
go and just put this super glue straight into my eyes.
Hmm. What was I thinking?
Things and stuff.
Stuff and things.
Stuffing
Oh.
things?
Don't be go stuffing things.
Why not?
This is not the time nor place. This is Twitch.
I wasn't familiar with
I
that.
guess
But
I
okay.
guess it is against TOS.
Really? You wouldn't be able to like stuff a turkey?
Or a
I guess it depends how you stuff the turkey.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how sensual you are in the
Yeah,
process.
if you're wearing next to nothing and you're like fisting the turkey as you go,
so
then
I wouldn't be able to make this like on the stream because I had to put stuffing inside to make it soft and
again, I think it depends on how you're doing it.
If you were wearing clothes and you were respectful about it.
Kong, of course I'm respectful.
I don't want to go into the politics of Twitch because I could go on.
You could go off, more like.
That would be against terms of service.
Not take
So
off.
that's getting off.
Oh, not getting off, going off. Okay.
Yeah.
You understand the confusion there.
We're getting off track.
Yes. So
There's a
he
track?
goes back to Scarlet and he
Choo-choo.
asks about her friends.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. Make them stop.
Tim's not here to
Ugh.
make a terrible joke that they can stop Jonathan and I.
So in case you can't tell, I've got a soundboard open, so I can do
Yes,
all
you
sorts
do.
of things.
But not play copyrighted music.
No, I can't play copyrighted music. I do have a little bit of copyrighted music in here, but it's not in this particular soundboard.
Can't wait for you to get to the first friend of this person. They're like, if you wish for me to be a witness for thee, you must answer me these riddles 3. You're just like, who
I'll
are
find
you?
another friend.
You got 12 others. We gotta find
What are
at least
in
one
my
of them to
pockets
answer.
is?
You're just like, whatever. The second friend lives in the same alley. I'll just go to their door, and you open up, and it's the same person but wearing an obvious hat. Like it's like, hello.
Their hump is on the other side, so.
They're wearing a very fake mustache, and you're just like, can someone just please? Your friend is dying. They're like, but they haven't answered my riddles either. You're just
Oh
like,
my
yeah, I'm out.
gosh.
It's not D&D unless someone asks riddles in an unnecessary manner.
Why are you this person's friend? Why? Why are you anybody's friend? Answer me that riddle, you old hag.
All right,
You
so
old
you go back
hag.
to Scarlet's house, and there is a like as you approach, you will notice some guards sort of standing outside of the doorway,
Mhm.
who see you as you arrive and kind of
Some
nod you in.
bailiffs.
Yeah, because they've already been like told about you essentially.
Mhm.
And so you open the door, and after a little bit, Scarlet walks in the room. It's like, "Hi, what's happening?" There's a lot going on now, I guess, that I was not expecting.
Yeah, you might notice that things are going to be a little different now for the time being. I'm sure this won't take long. It'll take even less time if you actually cooperate as much as possible.
You need a drink? You sound like you need a drink.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
I don't know. You just didn't sound like the last time we talked.
I
I
mean,
knew things were different. I just didn't think that would be different.
see, you just reach down, clamp really hard, and then
Yeah, there you go.
I figured that since I'm playing a girl, I
You can live
might
it
as
out.
well. Nah, doing it.
We have to be able to verify everything for an upcoming case, and I need to know who knew that you were going on your vacation.
I mean, I guess my drinking buddies.
Okay, and can I get their names?
Oh yeah, it's let's see. There's Dinfar, Justice, and Kelsey.
Justice. Do they also work for the government?
Did any of these friends go with you?
No.
Did anyone go with you?
No.
And whereabouts did you go?
What, you want me to come up with a name of a place now, John? Is this what you want from me?
Yes, it is. I expect that.
Yeah, I went to Left West Canyon.
Are you sure you didn't go to
I was.
by Southwest?
Oh,
I was
what
so
about
ready
Opal
for that one.
Springs? You didn't go to Opal Springs?
No, because you would have seen her.
Not necessarily. I didn't go throughout the
You didn't go to
entire
whole
town.
town?
It wasn't a big town.
There was one inn and we stayed at it, so I mean, you guys stayed at it. I didn't stay at it.
I think there were a couple inns, but
Oh, does it not have a name? Why does it do that?
Why does it have a name? Is that what you
What?
just asked?
This my generator does not include settlement names. It'll generate the settlement, just not the name of it. Yeah, I went to
That's
Medium
frustrating.
City.
You went to a medium city.
No,
Did they speak with the dead there?
Ugh.
I thought it was funny.
it took me a second because I couldn't remember
Someone
what I had
dead.
said. Oh,
Got
these
what
are
you
not
need?
pronounceable.
Is it like flan flare flip flutig fligen
It's like-
flagren fluga
it's like
do 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 dog?
Gloucester, like K-L-U-C, like Zamouth, Z-H-O. Angkor Wat is a place, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, Angkor Wat. This is literally one letter off of that.
Is it Anger Wat?
No, it's Anghor. So like, sort of, you could pronounce it like that.
It's like the Welsh village that the one weather guy pronounced. Clanvaya Puth Gwyn Guth Ga Ge Ru Thwandra Buth Lun Ta Si Li Gao Gao Gao.
Yeah.
Hello, dog.
But that's like
You're like, oh yeah, I went
Well,
to
that's
horrible.
Like, what do you expect from Wales?
I went to Rublin Pian Haramfa's Mazeway. You're just like, you went to where? She went to Woodshaw Frambury.
Woodshire Franbury.
Yeah, let me just
Thank you.
Copy that.
Thank you.
yeah, let me type that into chat, like Twitch chat. There you go.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Woodshaw Frambury.
Okay.
Not general information or information.
I can put that there too.
Interesting
I just put it in
information.
Twitch chat so other people could see it also.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find it.
Mm.
Yes, Lute, you are a very cute dog.
There you go. Woodshaw Frambury.
Woodshire Franbury.
Okay.
You're like, oh cool, where is it on the map? And I'm like, it's not actually on the map.
It's not on the map. Where exactly, or what exactly did you do while you were there? Did you meet with
Went to
anyone?
a festival.
Okay. Would anyone be able to corroborate
No.
you?
What hotel or inn did you stay in so we can check the thing?
I do not remember. I was very drunk. Also, there was a lot of people there. I am not certain that they would even remember who I was anyways.
Okay.
Shit. I don't know what. Oh.
Did anyone like get your mail while you were gone? Confirm you weren't at your house? Did you tell the yellow pages where you were going to be?
I can't believe that has become a part of this world.
Hmm. Oh, I'm going to mention it every chance I get so that it becomes a part of many, many worlds.
I mean, it probably will be
Yeah.
from now on. Like, it's a great way to, like...
Yeah.
I mean, like, in a world without Google, the Pages Guild basically fills in for it.
Mhm.
And that's very useful when it's like, well, I don't want to just check the library every 5 seconds.
Okay. I have a couple other questions while I'm here before I take my leave for now.
Okay.
Where I show her the
I show her the death certificate again, and like, you know, have it there so she could look at it.
where exactly would Mr. Rythensung go after if you were to have taken care of him be done?
Like his corpse.
Yeah. Well, usually given to the family to do whatever. Hello?
Whoops.
Don't say the fuck word.
I'm about to. All right.
What if his family is not in town? Or he doesn't have a will, or what happens in that case?
Just buried in like common cemetery area kind of thing.
Okay, so there would be no markings for him?
Nah. I mean, they might have something for like a headstone kind of thing, but just depends on how much effort they put into it.
I mean, he was a guard. Presumably, there'd be.
They just go to the edge of that cliff and just roll.
could, in your medical opinion, they have mistaken this person's race for another race? Do you-
Well, if they mistook a very short human for a very tall gnome, then they still probably would need glasses.
Okay, thank you. So,
There are too many differences for that to be a mistake. At
especially,
best, I suppose they could have just written the wrong thing down on accident. Maybe they were saying the word gnome out loud while they were trying to write human, and just it came out like that.
I've done that. Not those specific words.
I was gonna say.
okay, well, thank you very much for now. I think that's all of my questions.
Yeah, of course.
Stay safe if you can.
I mean, I will try.
Okay. And I go ahead and head out. I was gonna say something, but I figured I wouldn't get into that. I was gonna be like, yeah, and you'd think that the guards would know like the difference between races. Like they'd have a pretty keen idea.
Love escapes from reality.
Anyways,
Okay, so I go down to the nearest yellow page. And I ask for the location of Dinfora, Justice, and Kelsey.
Excellent. Last names?
How
Jennifer
many
Justice.
how many Dinforas are there?
4.
How many justices?
How many justices?
Weirdly, 15.
All right, we're removing the justices of the peace.
He's like, oh, I wasn't counting those. How many would it be if we were counting those? 47.
Okay. What about
That's a lot of
Kelsey's?
justices of the peace.
Well, a lot of them are retired.
What about
How many
Kelsey?
Kelseys?
39.
I'll be right back.
I take the 3 steps up the street to go back inside.
You open the door and she's like, what? You were just here.
Last names?
Last names.
Of what?
Dinfora, Justice, and Kelsey.
I don't know.
You don't know your
We just
drinking?
drank. It never came up.
When would be the next time you would meet them?
Tonight.
At what pub?
Where is the one?
Yeah, you forgot which one.
we go. Oh no, it's not that I forgot which one they would meet at. It's a specific other thing. We usually meet at the Feather and Filthy Cobbler.
Usually, but not tonight.
Yeah. I mean, at least for tonight, yeah. Wednesdays are pretty good there.
Okay. And about what time?
Well, after work, so usually 7:30, 8 for some of us.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Anything else while you're here?
Hopefully not.
Excellent.
Locked door behind you.
Yeah, door closes, you just hear quick.
Yeah.
Locks going, you're just I didn't even see that many.
All right. I guess the next thing I want is to
Meet our friends at the bar.
meet her friends, but I also have someone else to meet first, I
That
think.
same inn, in fact.
Yeah, I think I'm meeting
Oh, is
him
this when Pierre
first.
comes in?
Yeah. But I also don't think it's necessarily immediate, so I go down to the local yellow page again.
You walk up and he's just like, "Ah, you've got those last names for me."
I wish.
Wait, you're
Where
trying
would
to
the
look for someone you didn't even know their last name?
Often. It's often the case. Do you know where the common burial site is?
He's just like,
Show me the
Sweet.
"You're an odd
corpses.
one."
Worried about you.
Show me the corpses.
Do you have any fresh ones? And he's just like, It's actually 4 towns over, honestly. Says, yeah, there's a kind of a field at the bottom of the cliff backside of the prison that we just kind of like bury people in if they don't have anywhere else to go.
Okay. Thank you.
And where can I get some really, really good weapons? And what are the hours that the courthouse closes?
Does anyone sell wheelbarrows? Like big enough for a body-ish size? A bear.
Yeah. Big enough for a large pig. Pig.
Hey, where's you guys' cemetery? How often do people check on their relatives that are there? At night, or is it usually pretty quiet? Are there any guards nearby? Is there like a wheelbarrow-sized road I could go down?
Do you think that if anyone heard like ritual chanting, if like someone would hear that there?
How long do you think livers take to decompose, and would they be safe if it's been a week?
So, you go to the common burial site?
Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Okay.
My last bit of time before the other.
Takes you a little bit to get it down there because you basically have to leave town and go like all the way around the whole thing.
Mhm.
But you arrive. It's pretty small.
Okay.
It's got like a light wooden fence at best. Like it's very much like it is technically a burial site.
Shit, I forgot I had one more question for him, but I'll find a different one. I forgot to write it down. Well, I'm mostly just looking through to see if I find a headstone for Rythan Sung.
You do not.
Well, I'm returning.
Okay.
Was there anything unmarked or recent?
Nah, it doesn't look like it.
Okay. Then back to the town nearest different yellow page.
Yeah, so you sort of walk into town and you like walk past that page that you had talked to previously, and he just
Mhm.
kind of like watches you go past. But you're able to find another one in like the next intersection.
Okay. Can you provide me with the location of Rythan Sung?
Kind of like opens his book and folds through, just like, I don't think we have one. Right then, Sung. How's that spelled? S-U-N-G. It is.
I have it written down. Yes, RythenSung.
Yeah, I don't think we have one.
How often does this get updated?
I mean, fairly often. It is magical.
Okay. Is there anyone else by the last name of Sung here?
Does not look like it. No.
Okay. Would you have guards' houses in here?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, it took me a second to process what you were saying.
I thought this was another yellow page getting concerned. Do they send bolos to each other? Like, just FYI.
they're just talking to you, and they keep like looking over your shoulder and like just looking a little confused.
you turn around. I turn around. There's the other yellow page, just like.
Yeah, no. If you turn around, the other yellow page is like.
All right. Thank you very much. And I guess I'm done. So.
You start walking off, and you just hear that page being like, "What are you doing, mate?"
Your mom.
Walks over to the other guy. And... All right.
Do you head back to the Thieves Guild by chance?
Yeah. We'll say I do that.
Okay.
Because that's where I was heading after the prison thing, so I could tell Sphere and Kimchi how it went.
I like how my name gets more and more Korean as things go.
I mean, it just every time I hear your name, I keep thinking it's Kimchi.
Mm-hmm.
All
Okay,
right.
Pierre. So, if I remember right, you were following up on or talking to the guards.
Yeah, I'm just deciding if I still want to do that, just because I have no AC in my apartment right now, and I am roasting, and I don't know if I have the patience to deal with a bad argument.
No, that's fair. You got to save your energy because you're about to talk to John later, which also could just be a bad argument.
Yeah. But I like how you opened with discussing in your Pathfinder game about how you have no AC, and we're like, but you're not gonna
Yeah,
fight
80
the guards
degrees.
in my apartment. Oh, that AC.
Your apartment is
Yeah.
easy to hit. Gotcha.
Or he's easy to hit while he's in his apartment.
Actually, there is no AC, so therefore, yes, my house would be very easy to hit right now. Don't hit it,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. So, are you just gonna like wait around for to talk to John then?
Yeah, I was gonna originally stir up trouble between the guard and the prison just to see if like it already seemed like there was bad blood between them because of just how like the guards don't seem to care much for how the prison's guards handle things, and then the prison guards seem to have no respect for authority or how like the legal system works. So I was gonna stir up trouble, but I decided nah.
That's fair.
Short on time.
All right. So, Kristen, you go back to Thieves Guild and meet up with John.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a while until people are off work and drinking, which also happens to be when his thing
There is
is.
something I would like to do, and that's to ask the guards to see if I could have access to the case file for this case to see if I can find out any more information because of the tip I had received.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you're able to. They like direct you to like where the case file is, and they actually will have a copy of it that you can just like look through there. But you know you can reference the other
Yeah.
one at the library if needed to.
Yeah, who was the
Um,
last person to have access to this by chance? Who was the one possibly working on the case?
I mean, potentially. Well, I guess I was the court case.
Sorry, Tom.
No,
I
no,
didn't think
actually,
about
that's
what I said.
no. That's good. That's good. The last person to have worked on it, or like the person like heading up the investigation essentially is Harper Stone.
That name sounds familiar.
Yes, it is also the name of the warden of the prison,
Ah.
Fuck.
who also is like essentially part, like not a
Yes,
guard
I do.
himself,
You're
but he's
right,
like
because I have
part
down
of
as
that.
Warden Stone.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
sort of has authority in the guards as well as just like being a prison warden.
So this is a personal case for him, which is even harder to believe that he ever gave me access to. Oh boy, I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to work with this now. He's gonna be a stickler about all this. But it's news to me, so it's Has anyone else asked to have access to these recently?
Not here, but possibly in the library. You'd have to check there.
Okay. Do I want to bother with that?
This wasn't.
Do I want to
Blueprints,
try
right?
and find the library? Nah, we'll just roll with it.
It's easy to find things. You just have to know their first and last name and talk to a yellow witch.
Yeah.
Or just have a blue book as far as finding the library.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask the yellow pages about everything.
I don't know what cars have to do with libraries, but okay.
I didn't say it was named Kelly.
Kelsey. Kelsey is the name of the person I'm
Oh.
trying to find.
I know. 39 Kelseys, huh? Just start knocking on doors. Do you drink? So I guess I meet up with Kimchi at the Thieves Guild.
Okay.
Or no, do I? Or are you still lawyer? Do you stay lawyer?
I think you plan to meet with Pierre as a not lawyer.
No, I was a lawyer for Pierre.
Yes, because Tim had said he was gonna set me up with his lawyer friend to talk to.
That's right.
Mhm. So I might just end up back at the Thieves Guild and nobody's there.
Yeah, depending on what time.
Because I got done with the prison like early afternoon, right?
Yeah. This is like mid-afternoon that I would say that John's done with everything, especially with the like walk to the cemetery and back. This is like mid to late afternoon.
Yeah, I suppose I would change back to Kamshi.
Okay.
Before returning. Do you want me to go through my magical girl
Wait, Kimchi's
transformation?
the regular one, right?
Yes. Lady
So this wouldn't even be
Maylin
the magical
Esquire.
girl thing. This is just you being like, well, we're done. Just taking off your clothes like slowly, and everyone's like, I never considered this part of it. Huh. You just go to a phone booth and you're just like taking off everything, and someone opens it, you're just like, what?
Do you even knock?
Okay.
So
Keep
I,
skilling.
assuming you get there, I share the information with you, RFID type things, abdication. The fact that Dermark now knows that knows to be aware.
Abdication? I mean abjuration?
I said abjuration.
Okay, I heard abdication.
Oh, well. Oh, and I let you know about what he said about weak areas.
Mhm.
And I mentioned his hand just as an offhanded thing. But it's useful for your evidence.
As an offhanded thing?
Yeah.
It's worse too because he is actually using his offhand.
Because his right hand is bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I hear that, and I'm like,
Oh. He's not right-handed?
Not anymore, anyway.
Sinister.
But yeah, so I think there's definitely potential for punching out of this thing. I'm sure Sphere will be happy to. Where's Sphere anyway? Is he still with your lawyer friend? Did you get a babysitter?
Actually, I don't know where Sphere went. We were just walking through the marketplace on my way to meet her, and he, I guess, wandered off. He's probably drunk somewhere.
Finally found a drinking partner strong enough to match him.
himself. I go ahead and pass on all the 100 things that happened to me, and
It's like, all right, here's what
Yeah.
happened. I didn't grab last names on accident.
or
Those yellow pages people sound pretty cool.
yeah. So I actually I'm gonna go look and see if I can find Sphere. If you
Okay.
wanna go ahead and wait at the Feather and Filthy Cobbler.
I hate voice changers because I forget to switch to them.
You could just not. No
Nope.
one's gonna complain.
If
I
you
have
could
you
wait
at
at the
150% volume, and every time you do the voice change, I have to turn it up more.
really?
Oh really? It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
get
don't know
quieter
why.
for me.
I don't know why, but whenever you go to that voice, it's like harder for me to hear it.
I can hear it, but it also sounds like a dying android.
It does sound a little bit like you've recorded it in a bathtub.
I have yet to meet a good female voice modifier. I've
You
tried
said
like
you've yet to
No,
meet
no.
one?
You have
That's
yet
what I
to
was
find
about to
a
bring
good
up.
voice changer because all the
Where do you
female and the
typically
male
find them?
ones
At a bar?
don't turn my voice into a good male voice either.
yeah, that's true.
So you have yet to find a good voice changer.
I've tried probably more than a dozen of them at this point.
Here's what you do if you want a good one, okay?
heard
Get
you.
one that just converts your speech to text, and then also find a program that converts text to Hatsune Miku.
It's still not good.
Yeah, would be perfect.
No, Hatsune Miku doesn't actually sound that great.
But anyway, do you want me to go to the feathered
I mean, you're
filthy
wrong, but
poplar,
whatever.
or should I go to the jeweled nymph and try and see how snatchable badges are?
Oh, was she going straight to? I thought you were doing that first.
I mean, I feel like people get off and work and drink at around the same time. I guess I could go there early. Maybe day shift gets off early and then meet you for the evening thing when the drinking buddies are drinking.
I will say,
I'm-
if you're looking to like snag a badge or something, it is very good to have that place like packed full of people if you want to not be seen.
Yeah, and I don't know when that would be.
I mean, in general, but like evening, like everyone going to the like for dinner is like the like busy time of any pub or inn, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Fair
like
enough.
6 to 8.
I'm worried about us grabbing it early. They might deactivate it or report the loss and be on higher watch.
Well, how many days do we have left? Like, is it really that early?
Or
Okay. I wasn't gonna necessarily grab it tonight, just looking at the possibility, but I guess I could do that tomorrow night or something. So yeah, I can go to the
You already went and looked. You know that's where they are. So
No, Sphere told us about going there. I don't even know if people bring their badges there, because I haven't been there. That was what I was going to do. That's what my note says I was doing this session.
yeah, it's blurring it out. You
I
can't see
know.
it.
But it's there.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine.
I mean, I'm okay with doing this other thing because not splitting the party sounds like a much more efficient use of time. And it's really, really boring to sit here and watch other people talk.
Yeah, but I don't. First of all, I don't know what you would do there, because it would be me and Pierre talking.
So would I just be surveillance again?
I guess. Yeah.
We're not bringing him in?
Bring him in.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna join this party eventually. You're not using your voice
Aw.
changer. We're talking out of character.
I know. That's why I'm confused as fuck about what the hell you're talking about.
No,
Yeah,
we were
this is my
planning
last
to bring
session.
him in, but he probably can't
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
So it
join
doesn't
game
make
anymore
sense
because
to.
they
Yeah,
unscheduled him.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you do your thing.
What I'm hoping will happen is you guys like use Pierre's character in order to like pull the heist off. Pierre goes back to work, and then like 8 months later, Pierre's shifted back to a good schedule, and he just joins in, and he has been frantically looking for you guys like manically for like a year, trying to figure out. Well, I said 8 months, so I guess one
A week
heist.
later.
It 1 week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a week later.
Maybe a day, 2.
He just got like a like crazy beard. He's just like gone insane because like you guys like did one thing to him, and now he's just like his life has been ruined for some reason.
I have a lot of points and stuff on this character designed into disguise. I could be your administrative assistant. I mean, that might make you look even more official as a lawyer.
You're right, but I think you might be right. I think you could do the other thing. See if you can snag one, or even if it's possible, not necessarily grab one today.
So do you grab it even if they might deactivate it?
Grab one if it's easy. Otherwise, just see if it's grab one if it just about jumps out of someone's pocket into yours. But otherwise, just see if it's an option.
Okay.
You're in your regular disguise now, right? Or not? You're not disguised.
Yes, I am currently Kamshi.
Okay, because she did say if I was your assistant, that would make you
Well,
more official as a lawyer.
I
And you
thought
said
we were
yes.
still out of character, so
Okay.
to Kamchi I would have said I could meet up with your lawyer friend and then
Okay. I thought you were just guessing that he was a lawyer, and he said or you were guessing Cam. She's the lawyer. She's like, yeah, and you're like, I got you.
no. No, I was gonna be like, I could meet up with you and your lawyer friend because I don't yet know that the two of you can't be in the same room, and pretend to be like an administrative assistant or something, since secretaries exist in this world, and
Mm.
and then, you know, there could be more people to figure out what's going on with the cat.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I head off to the Jeweled Nymph.
Okay. So we're gonna start with John and Pierre so that Pierre can actually do something, since I've
Yeah.
been attempting to shift to this one part of this session for the
Probably
entire
a good thing.
session. And then everyone's like, actually, I have another thing to think about. And I'm just like,
Yeah. I need
Okay.
to, I
Actually,
need
you
to
know
get
what?
out of the
Before
rabbit
I
hole
go-
found myself in.
Before we go, I need to.
yeah, I need to go ask a yellow page about their day.
Alice, I'm
Aw,
over here
thanks
like
for
looking
asking. That's so
at my.
nice.
I found a rabbit hole of like research papers about Nier Automata. All because of a certain like scene. Like, how did people come up with like multiple page research papers on this subject? Why? Anyway,
All right, so John, I'm assuming I know.
Yeah,
Pierre, are you
I
just gonna
changed
like?
back.
Pierre, once you're done with the guards, are you just gonna like go there and wait, or are you just gonna like hang around town for a bit and then go at like dinner ish?
I'll just skim my way through the report, see what I can glean of anything that might not be like picked up or anything that my eyes might pick up. If you want me to make
I
a
mean-
roll for start.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me. I guess perception or appraise, or like profession. If you have any profession for your like what you do.
I don't.
Okay.
'Cause I'm terrible at my job. Let's see. There's my perception. And or
And/or.
yeah, we'll just go with perception because that's the only one I can see on my list right now because I'm scrolling through the same 5 things on with my eyes. Or at least I have points in that. 21.
All right, so going through it, it's like for an experienced eye like yours, it's pretty obvious that it just doesn't seem right. Like the file is essentially just like looking through it. You're just like, yeah, people like probably forced this to happen because like these things don't 100% add up, and like sometimes trials have stuff that don't add up, but this is like several things. And it's weird that there are that many of them, and also the trial was only like a day.
Yeah. Combined with the note I had received, it all lines up that nothing about this makes any sense.
Yeah.
Sadly, I think I now technically, without knowing what Jonathan has, I have the same information Jonathan has, pretty much.
Yeah, essentially. John has like
Yeah.
more detail on it, but you have the same type of like looking at it and being like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is bullshit.
And there's only one thing I can really offer, but it'll be a passing thing. How about we say that I get notice to return back to my town before within like a few days' time, so I'm short on time at this point.
Yeah, that
So I
works.
could just pass on information. And that way we have an out for me until next time.
Yeah. So like what you can tell from looking at it is basically like justice was certainly not served and someone in control was using too much control.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, corruption.
Yay.
Yay.
All right, I guess then I go meet and get ready.
Actually, you do have a piece of information that John doesn't have.
Neat.
So there is that.
Really? Now I'm curious what piece of information I have that he doesn't. Unless it's...
I know
was
of
the
a
question
piece of information that was thrown across a room in
A bottle?
disguise.
No, that was more of a getting me into the conversation, that what that note has, than
Okay.
what you might
Oh.
think was on it. So
Yeah, but it was what you would ask the guard of like who like
Yeah,
who
it got-
was like in charge of the files or in charge of the investigation.
yeah. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get ready and wait for the arrival of Sverre's
Hurry up
lawyer
and wait.
friend, whoever that might be.
Yeah. So you'll arrive there like first. So you'll have been there for an hour or two before.
Oh gosh, how
Oh
drunk
gosh,
is
you're
he?
drunk.
Lightweight.
I haven't been drinking. I
I'm assuming
I have to stay professional for this. That being said, the vest is very much on the flashier side right now.
Of course. All right, so John, you walk in, and it is very obvious where like you see Cat. Like, where did you choose to sit?
Yeah. This time I'm gonna sit near the window, not right by the door, but not up against the corner, somewhere right in the middle.
Okay, so sort of like on the outside of the room, but not in the very back.
Yeah. Somewhere that, like, if something was to go down, it would be seen out from outside the window, but like no one could have heard it, and it's
Okay.
just enough away from the rest of the crowd that it would be just a conversation.
So that's where you see him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case I get poisoned for no reason whatsoever.
Remember,
You just, like,
I'm
take
not
a
the
sip and
one
you just start
with the
foaming
false
at the
bottom
mouth
cup.
into the drink. You just keep drinking it.
The foam. Man, it's cool soda.
Or badly poured.
Soda?
poured
When did I
beer.
have soda? This was water before. Why is it bubbling?
Well, that's just the head of the beer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a beer now. What? Who switched my drinks? I do not have this level of perception for this.
Not after drinking beer, you don't.
So John, what
Ugh.
do?
Well, I walk in the door. I look around. I see a kitty cat. I approach the kitty cat.
You pet it.
How is
So
he
kitty,
sitting in relation to the door? Back to the door, front of the door?
back to the door.
Okay, cool. So I walk around the other way to sit down, facing the door and the rest of the restaurant. One
Giving
thing
you
I'm looking
control
for
of the scenario.
as I walk in is if I see Dinfara, Justice, or Kelsey.
Not yet.
Okay, that's what I figured. I will be keeping an eye out for them.
They
So I
walk
kind
in,
of
you're just like, actually, bye. And you just walk over to that table instead. And Pierre's just like,
Well, I guess I'm out of town after this.
so I
bounce.
walk in and I see him sitting there, and I kind of you know how like people are busy and they walk differently when they're busy. I do the lawyer walk, like I'm in the middle of 17 cases. I don't have much time. Over there, slip into the chair across from him.
I like that you do this, but like you come from behind, so he only sees it for like half a second.
Mhm.
Which I also like that you're like, well, I know that that'll happen, so I have to give it extra. So you just do like a walk around the entire tavern and then go there.
Not quite.
I'm just casually relaxed, leaning back in my chair. Not so much the chair is coming off the floor, but enough that you can tell I'm trying to show an easy energy to me. And I say, pleasure to meet you. I take it you're Sphere's lawyer friend. The name's Moradok. And I reach out a hand.
I reach out and shake the hand real quick and sit
Give me a
down.
firm handshake.
You say real quick. Pierre says it takes a second.
I match the strength. Because I can do that because we have the same strength score.
Yes, but what you don't remember is that it crushes your bones. to
But what you don't remember is his charisma is high enough that the cat doesn't notice.
paste. Yeah, exactly.
Just enough of
Uh.
a
Your
smile that
bones get
I don't
crushed, but
realize
it's the
that I have
cat
now
that's
broken 4
intimidated.
bones.
Yeah, sit down, chug a health potion, start talking.
Not the typical drink of a bar, but okay.
Yeah, sorry, Sphere could not make it this time. He is indisposed. I am the Lady Malin Esquire. You had something you wanted to tell me about?
I was originally here for a different case, but I'm actually you might be of more assistance to a current case that I'm looking to engage in. I don't have much time. I'm being called back. But do you know anything about the case involving the murder of someone in this village and the current suspect, Dermark?
That like the name comes out and I kind of like jolt a little bit to show like recognition.
Excuse me, what are you doing looking into that case? That's currently being looked at. I need to know everything you know.
Honestly, I know, and I give him the information that I know about the from the tip that Dermark gave me, which was that from what information I've gleaned, that the trial appears to have been fraudulent. The files show that the coroner's case does not add up, and that the ones at hand do not seem to be the ones who would be typically like overseeing the law. And I bring up the fact that having met with Warden Stone personally, I'm a little concerned with his behavior, having been the main oversight for this case. He has a very
Somehow-
strong disposition towards the Thieves Guild, and I was hoping to get some information, but with how tightly guarded they have this individual, I wasn't able to talk to him much about a unrelated case. How much have you heard of this case?
Heard of it, it's my case currently. You said
I
this was
understand.
connected to another one? Can you share any details on that?
Not immediately connected, mostly just a loose thread involving, hopefully, some information involving the Thieves Guild. I'm in current pursuit of some other individuals, but that case is currently on hold for the time being until I have an opportunity to look further. It's a bit of a cold case, but with my choice of taking on cases, it looks to be something that might be a bit interesting.
As much as this case says that it's about the Thieves Guild, there doesn't appear to be any connection whatsoever, aside from a potentially forced one. Are you sure? Like, how did you come by the connection with this one?
Unreliable source passed out in the back of a bar. It was mostly the lightest hint of something, and I was hoping to chase it until I saw the end of it, like a cat chasing after a piece of string.
Okay.
Do you keep a straight face as you say okay?
No,
As I have a
No.
wry, stupid
I
smile
frown.
across my face.
I frown at that.
Ah,
Just the like teacher's pursed lips frown. The one that's like just barely perceptible of just the. You said that. Um.
so what information do you have on this case? I'm genuinely concerned that justice is not being handled properly when it comes to this individual, and I feel like someone's setting him up for failure.
You and I are on the same page there.
I go ahead and share some of the things that I know. Like a the fact that his right hand is broken seems. That is not at all good.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, it did. You need to fix that. You can just. That works, I guess. Okay. Excellent PK. What was it? What was I gonna reveal? I've got so many things on so many different pages. It's very unhelpful. So I've got
If you
like
give me the information that you seem to
I've got like
have gleamed about the coroner. Like that would be because I've already brought up that something seems to be off about the information about the coroner.
I don't want to mention the coroner because she's currently under guard, and I don't want because while I think that you're helping me and are potentially good, you're also a loose thread from my other half potentially. I don't know, but there's a chance. And also, like, I don't know necessarily how you apply to this particular one. So if for
I like
example,
being this much of a danger to you. I like watching you have to deal with this. This is you have no idea how much like the sadistic part of me just takes pleasure in this.
I know you're sadistic. I don't want you to like somehow be connected to Morganstone or Judge Starcut and me tell you that I know about the know more about the coroner and you somehow influence her or her friends or stuff. But I'm giving most of the other information, like the fact that the one that you might not know, the letter to Dermark from the guild is almost certainly from the judge. And like it's handwritten by the judge. The fact you probably already told me that the death certificate is like 23 years of age, but it's a gnome, and
yeah, it
they're
doesn't
not
add up.
Yeah.
No one knows about this person. Like I could search further into this person. I probably did read enough into it that like this individual just didn't exist, just purely based on like the lack of the bare bones and basic information.
Yeah, I also go into the fact that the yellow pages say that Rythensung's not a part of the town, nor does he have any family, nor was he buried in the plot that he would be buried in if he didn't have any family or you know, anything like that. And again, the right-handed knife that really just can't be
held by a left-handed man.
Yeah. So
Then you seemed like just the person I can trust this with, or woman that I can trust this with.
thank you.
I do have one bit of
you
information I
just
haven't
correct-
shared.
Person to woman?
No, he said man at first.
I said
Yeah.
man, and then corrected to woman. Because I realized I said man, and
Yeah.
wanted to
No, he's
correct.
not that big of a douchebag. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, you're not a person. You're a woman. Wow, way to dehumanize
That would-
51%
that would make it
of
so
the
much worse.
population. Yeah.
So glad I didn't say that. But I do have one bit of information, and that's 2 bits actually. The guard and the warden do not seem to see eye to eye. And currently, after a conversation I've personally had with Dermark, you may be able to have personal legal counsel with Dermark himself without a guard present, if you can stand as his legal representation.
Okay. I will do that.
Yes.
You said that
He is
you
currently
looked...
seeking legal representation, so if you come in posed as his lawyer, you may be able to get access in, but you may need the assistance of the guard to do so.
Okay, thank you. You said that you had access to the case files. Now, obviously, I had access to the legal case files, but I haven't seen the guard's case yet. Who is in charge of the case?
Currently, that appears to have been, unfortunately, and this is why I would recommend bringing the presence of the guard to assist if things become difficult. The case was overseen by the warden himself, Harper Stone. He is a very difficult man and not exactly the most pleasant person to be around. It took a little bit of a bribe and a good loose, a lot of relaxing to get him to even open up to allowing me to see Dermark, and even then, it was with heavily, a strong sense of personnel present for the conversation.
Okay, so
But-
the warden is accepting bribes. Who was in charge? Like, who did you see? Who was first on the scene? Was it City Guard or like who actually handled? Obviously, if
Dominic, you want to fill in for this question?
Not really. It was a guard from the
Prison?
prison. Yeah.
So the incident probably took place somewhere near the prison itself then, to act as that way they had a complete cover up an alibi for like the location too. Otherwise, if it was somewhere in town.
Got a few other questions for Dom then. Was this a city guard or a prison guard that died?
City guard.
Okay,
Ooh.
just to confirm. Would
Prison
I
guard making up a city guard as a present guard. There's good bad blood there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I can look into that easily.
Yeah.
Where did this take place?
Like where the murder happened.
Yeah, there's the map.
Can I go to that?
It was in the lower word. It's actually I'm sorry, hold on. Oh yeah. No, it's in Devil's Alley.
So see, yeah.
Yeah, the one that says Devil's Alley.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's far. That's a decent distance
Dick.
for a prison guard to be present.
Also, my last question is, how unusual is it for a prison guard to do anything outside of the prison?
Similar to how the warden is also a part of the guard in a sense. They basically exist as 2 separate halves of a guard system. So like they would have similar ranking, but they don't have like control over each other.
Yeah.
but like ranking would still be respected generally.
Okay. But like the prison guard obviously deals with the prison. Who like do they have a functional jurisdiction outside of the prison?
I was about to ask the same question.
Not
Like
usually,
obviously, like if a fireman shows up on a scene and the fire's burning, but they're from the station the block over, they're not gonna not put out the fire. But
Yeah, it's one of those
Yeah.
cases. But it's an emergency jurisdiction kind of thing where one takes
Yeah.
over because they're present, which is probably why
that's
the
basi-
prison guard took this case or feigned this case.
okay,
Hmm.
I think those are all my DM questions.
Because I didn't ask enough questions when I got the report, but I got the most important part, which was the Warden Stone.
Yeah. Dang. What are some other questions I can ask?
To make Dom generate more names and people.
I'm gonna name the next person Marl Karks.
Okay.
Like, you need a name of a performer. It's Lennifer Jopez.
Madoff Burt. Madoff Bitler.
No, it'd be Haydoff. No, that doesn't
Yeah,
work
see,
because
that
his
doesn't
name
work.
doesn't start with
Yeah,
his.
that's why I had to come up with some, that's why I was over here.
It'd be
like,
like
trying to come up with
it would be
something
Haydoff
It's
Hitler or something.
It's Hadolf Owler. No, it's yeah. Just you meet Vord Lodemort.
Ah yes, my name's Vord.
Oh, I mean, okay, let's be real. Fucking, there's a Sherlock or I'm sorry, an Ace Attorney game coming out that is like finally being localized that has Sherlock Holmes in the game. And
Is
in
it
Japanese,
Herlock
that wasn't
Sholmes?
a problem. But in America, they had to change the name because there's like I think like 2 or 3 Sherlock Holmes books still not in public domain yet. Like it's almost there.
Yeah.
So yes, they did localize it to Herlock Sholmes. And it infuriates me.
Was there anything in the case notes about a possible early case connection to a Judge Starcutt, Prosecutor Kelsey Stonewall, or Defender Wyvern Kimber?
Because generally speaking, judge should have nothing to do with a thing until it's brought before them. Prosecutor,
I have no idea what
little
question
bit.
you asked. I could
Yeah,
not
like that-
understand what you said.
Your voice modulator completely butchered
Oh.
that.
Cool. Okay. Well, without it
You
this
sound
time.
like if you were a witness that shows up in a like 60 Minutes episode where they wanted to like black you out and like put a voice mod on, but it was the lowest quality voice mod that they could find because they only had $15.
Yeah, it's like you have it would be that very thing, but you have an antenna that's from like the 80s that's cutting out halfway, and it's just turning you're almost static.
And also, the room that they were going to record you in was full, so they did have to do it in the bathroom.
Okay, so a little bit more like this.
Yeah. And there were no towels or anything, so nothing blocking the sound, and it was very small. They did close the door.
And someone just has a box full of styrofoam balls.
So not quite booming like this.
Yeah, no, not quite like that.
Okay, I was asking if the early case notes had any connection with Judge Starcutt, Prosecutor Kelsey Stonewall, or Defender Wyvern Kimber, because in general, the judge shouldn't be involved that early. The prosecutor a little bit, but like clearly I've shown that Judge Starcutt is connected.
Yeah.
But
there was nothing in the like case file about them. No.
Okay. Okay. Next DM question for you. What should I be asking?
Yeah, I feel like we both hit we have all the information now. We can take this to court and see where it goes, but I feel
Yeah,
like
I mean, at this point, you're basically ready to go to court with it. You just need like confirmation that she was out of town. But even without that, you still have a solid case
Yeah.
to at least like throw everything out and restart.
I guess one thing I'm asking Murdoch is how ruined what's his name? Dermark's right hand was.
So you saw him like pound on the glass near the end of it, but like up
only with
until
his
then,
left hand, yeah.
yeah, like up until then he had been very like keeping it very still, and even afterwards, like you could tell that like it looked like it had like locked up a bit on him, and he was having trouble moving it.
Yeah, I would mention that while he had great success banging against glass with his left hand, it was strange. It seemed more like his right hand was the one that was wincing.
Okay.
But I already told you that.
Yeah, but it's better to get it from someone
Covering.
who's a law.
Yeah, because I can act as an actual
Mhm.
witness if I'm called upon, which I
Oh,
won't be
yeah.
because I'm way out of town. But
I mean, I was legitimately at the prison though
Yeah,
as well.
but I'm probably
Oh,
not
yeah.
going to be calling on you as a witness because you're gonna need to be breaking Dermark out at that time just to confuse everything.
Okay.
yeah, just pull him straight out of the courtroom. Let's see how well that goes.
I guess that's all my questions.
Yeah, I think that's all I can offer. At this point, I feel like you have everything you need to get the ball rolling.
I mean, I feel like I had that last week too,
Wait,
but
the yarn bowl rolling.
what?
Because he's a cat.
Did you actually miss that?
Okay.
No, I've got another one for that.
Is it a sad trombone?
Yeah. I can't
I
find
knew it.
Yep.
Oh, my right arm. Oh, my right arm.
You
You're
should
not
get, like, a
Dermark.
You should
Yeah,
get
but I
like.
got a vaccine today. I got my
Can you-
second dose.
Can you for like next time get like sad trombone, except halfway through it turns into like a sick dubstep beat and just is completely opposite energy of.
Yeah.
Exactly, just like complete opposite energy of what it should be.
Womp, womp, womp. Blah, 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 blah.
I like it.
No, because I'd have to make that, and
That's effort.
yeah, that ain't happening. Okay. I wish there was something else I could ask you. But there's not.
Yeah, I feel like I've given everything I've got. And
Given you all she's got.
yeah,
Have the drinking buddies come in yet?
Not yet.
Well,
at this point,
this
I feel
is
like I've
this is the point where I would be spending like the next 30 minutes trying to figure out more about what you know in about our party, so that I
So, like,
could
how is this
see
connected to another case?
if
Like, what
you
even
join
brought you to this?
us. But since you're not gonna join us and you've already said you're leaving, you've kind of already handled the fact that I need to know more about you because I don't now. Like on the one
In
hand, it's like
fairness, it's important info to know in case you ever have
Mhm.
to work with him again. You know, in case something changes work wise.
that's
And
true.
it's also
knows?
important to know, since he might know about our last heist, like to know what's known by official people. What do we need to be careful of?
But I have given well, I haven't cleared if I know anything about you guys, because unless Sver told you anything,
I
he
mean,
gave you hints that I might know, but he never gave you information that I know who you guys are, and that I'm just simply looking for some individuals. Sver was the only one that was recognizable to me. So I don't know I don't know that you are technically involved with the other case.
You don't even know that we're connected to Sphere.
yeah, that's a
Well, I
good
know
question.
the lawyer friend is connected to Sphere. I don't
So
know
Murdoch,
you at all.
how do you know Sver?
Yes. Well, he's a loose thread I have involving some questioning about some shields with some guards in another town.
Am I going to need to be his defender?
I hope not. I'm hoping more of this is an opportunity, less than a open and closed case. I guess is
I'm really
the best way
hoping
to
he'd be
put
like, actually, we're hoping he'll try to defend himself because that would make it significantly easier.
it. And more entertaining. I have broad goals in life, most of them involving larger cases of justice. But I do
Larger
believe
cases of catnip.
Please, we're on official hours right now. But I personally choose to seek out these cases that I feel as if justice has been properly displayed and that the right have been given the right chance and the wrong have face punishment for their actions, then I believe that in my eyes, and maybe not always in the eyes of the law, that good can come out of this world. And what form that is, that depends.
So,
but as it
I
stands right now,
shake my head as you get to the part where it's maybe not within the law. Like, so
I
you're
understand
one
that
of
you're a lawyer.
you're one of
I'm
those
trying
hot
to-
shots who tries to take matters into their own hands. Should I counsel
have to
him
when
to
you-
go ahead and what's a good term? Find security now?
I don't think so. I'm the only one that's really looking into this, and I don't think anyone else is going to care. It ended in a happy ending. I'm just looking for the next story.
The next story. Are you a Shudder journalist?
No. I pull out my badge and display it, and that I am a private investigator. Well, I'm an official investigator from the town of Gargill.
You're a private investigator, except that you are basically you're basically like a private investigator, but not for regular people, for the police.
Yes, I'm pretty much the equivalent of the
Are you
FBI
Sherlock?
or a member of said FBI. I don't remember the name we came up with at the time, but that is pretty much what my title is. I'd have to look it up again. It was so long ago. I'd have to go find notes from 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Welcome to being a player for Dominic. No offense.
I look at it and very impressive.
Yes.
You said shields?
I don't understand either. It had something to do with about wood, but the guards the men I talked to just didn't have straight answers and just couldn't make sense of what he was trying to get at either. But he's the only suspicious character I have leaning back into another case.
It's like, listen, the guards also didn't really know what the fuck he was talking about, to be honest.
Yeah. Like,
Shields.
if it wasn't this odd end that just came up, I wouldn't have gone down this path. But it it didn't seem right. Something was
What?
off.
But shields, though.
I know. I don't get it either.
Like, what
Nobody
about the
gets it.
shields?
You know, if I'll have to ask him sometime. But he didn't. He said he didn't seem to have any memory of it, which is the part that doesn't make sense to me. Either that, or he's just being coy, which he wasn't doing a very good job at it.
Or you could have the wrong person.
There is that, though. Not many match the description of that very, very specific dwarvish fellow.
I mean, all
Does
right,
he have any
DM.
differentiating factors?
DM, are there other dwarves in this tavern?
Yeah,
Or like,
Do any of them look like Sver?
no.
Does Fair look particularly different?
I would say I do not think visually, but his mannerisms probably are.
Mm.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm.
I like how I just have a piece of heaven just sitting in my background.
A piece of what?
Heaven.
Just the bright light over there.
Oh,
Just the gates to heaven are right there.
see, those lights are on. That's what's keeping your house hot.
Yes, the one light bulb.
Yeah, it's what's making your house easy to hit. Okay, yeah. I think we're safe from him.
As long as you
As
don't
it
give
is,
anything away.
I don't have much more time in this town. I'm being called back for another case that has a little bit more urgency. We may finally have a hit on a disappearing house. I would call it disappearing, but it keeps reappearing, and then no one seems to remember it. It's a wild case. Wild case. I've been on it since the crazed violinist concert catastrophe.
I
like
love
that
all
you've
these
just given
references
John
to
so much information and then immediately turned into like the craziest like you just sound like you're insane and John's just like, oh, so I should disregard all those things you just said.
Except the badge gives me some kind of credit. So it's like, it sounds crazy, but he has to give me some credit for it.
I kind of get up, get to my feet a little bit, just signifying an end to the conversation. Like,
Yes.
that seems
I
more like
pull out
a case for the Magician's Guild.
If it only was that simple. I will find that house. I will find out what's going on inside it. And I hand him a card with my listing of address at Garrigill. If you need anything from me, and if you find yourself in town over there, don't forget.
Okay.
Don't be a stranger. I can always
Okay.
be of assistance in giving you some basic information within the town and get you some inside information if you need.
Is it a small enough town that they don't have yellow pages?
I mean,
It's a big enough town that it houses the FBI, so
yeah.
Probably yellow pages.
I go ahead and
keeps him from having to go hunt down a Yellow Pages book in a giant city.
I go ahead and give him a card for the academy or the legal society that I work for.
Okay.
Yeah. I am
The
basically
firm
never in office, but they can always get something to me,
in
so you
touch with
can.
you. That's
yeah.
understandable. Well, I hope to sing you again.
Shake hands.
Shake hands. And I let you walk away before I leave and never return.
Farewell.
No.
I know. I don't want to go. This is where we just cut me out of the video.
No.
Let's see.
I could create chaos for John. Just drop my camera
And
right now and just.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh.
Got him.
And I cease to be.
I had already taken you off before then. Okay. Well, we want to go ahead and. Well, I guess we should finish up with
Looks
Kristen
like John
and the
got rid of me
friends.
one way.
I'm actually gonna say let's call it here,
Okay.
so that she can be there at the beginning. We can start with that, and then work into like you and the other one, and that way Sphere will also be here to cause some amount of trouble.
Next month on Feisty Heisters.
Next season. It'll be June by then.
Maybe.
We'll see.
It
He's
might
got a
be.
month or two.
Yeah.
That's what he. Unfortunately.
Alright, well. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Coming.
Goodbye.